Hello everyone, Santa here with my playtest of Astral. Now, before I get started with anything, I do want to note several different things. First of all, as you may see in the stream title, this is going to be the last playtest stream for a little while. There are basically one big reason for this. There's one big reason, as I format that sentence on the fly, which is I'm kind of hitting the point where weekly playtests, like what I've been doing, just don't really make sense. So to kind of explain, playtests help you identify what's going on and the flow of the game and all these sorts of things. It's really important. But and it's been very important for me just in general lately because I've been making big sweeping changes and I need to understand how those changes actually play out. But we're kind of hitting the point where I feel like a lot of those things have kind of settled. They're kind of in the position that they need to be. So I don't have as much need to do the weekly playtests. And part of it, too, is I've kind of hit this point where what I really need to focus on now is just making stuff. I need to make content. So when I'm making those big system changes, I need to know how those are working. When I make new content, I can identify, okay, does this function the way it's supposed to in, a few minutes. Like, it doesn't take very long to verify, hey, is this thing I just set up working the way that it's supposed to? It's way simpler to kind of quickly do a verification test rather than kind of a play test. And I will need to eventually see how everything's kind of fitting together as part of a bigger whole. But I'm not going to need to do that on a weekly basis just because I don't have that much time to kind of work on stuff. Like, it's a process, right? And it takes a while to build content up. And it takes significantly longer to build up content, especially as I'm getting familiar with some of the processes for some of the stuff I'm doing that I've added, than it will to basically consume that content. Like, here's a really good example. I started putting together Sandy March down here. This place used to not have any buildings. I've added a couple of buildings, and you're just seeing it, right? You're just looking at it. You have consumed the extent of this content. It takes a lot longer to just figure out where I want these buildings, and it's a creative work, right? But to figure out where I want these buildings and kind of put this stuff here takes a lot longer than it does to just kind of look at it and see, yeah, that's there. That's totally stuff that's there. Now, if you've seen this previously, you would know that before there was just these green patches, and then that was it. So, there's a sizable amount of stuff that I have to do to kind of, put this into place, and I have to kind of think about where I want things, and how do I want it to look, and which of these... How do I, which of these, walls do I want to pick? Do I want this red brick like I've chosen, or do I want something else? How do these blue tile roofs look? Or do I want to just use these red ones? There's a lot of little decisions that I have to make. And just in the process of putting this together. But it doesn't take very long to actually, consume that content. You're just looking at it, right? So I'm kind of hitting the point where a lot of what I'm doing is just going to be very non-proportional. The amount of time it takes to build something compared to consuming it is just dramatically different. And, that's just how it works, right? I have no complaint about that's being how it works. But, okay, I figured out how I'm going to lay out the interior of this building. I figured out the interior of this building. It still needs NPCs and stuff because that takes time. That takes figuring stuff out. It takes implementation work. So I'm just kind of at the point where the big sweeping system changes are kind of in. I have a feeling for how everything kind of fits together. I think things are in a good place. I feel like not the individual combat balance is where it needs to be 100%, but I feel like the general strokes of it are now finally in place, where I kind of feel like stuff is settled, and it's kind of just working the way that I need it to. So I'm kind of at a point where I just don't really need weekly playtests anymore, and I'd rather spend the time working on development. I'd rather be developing things rather than just taking the time to playtest, particularly the longer playtests. And it's just one of those things. It's is it worth it to stream for like 10 minutes of like, oh, did this feature work? Maybe not so much. So, because there's a whole process of getting the stream going and all that sort of stuff. And I'm not in a position where I want to try to actually stream the development. I tried that in the first one, and it's just too mentally taxing for me. So anyway, that's kind of the sort of preamble. So like I said, last weekly playtest for a while. These will be, like, I'll continue to do streamed longer form playtests like what I'm planning on doing here today. They're just going to become a lot less frequent. So you can always, I'll probably discuss it some on my Discord. And here, I might as well, for anybody who might be looking. So I have my Discord. There's you can find links around. And then I also have my Twitter. I always post a tweet before I go live with a stream, so you can get notified there as well, or just follow if you want to get notified when I go live. But if you're just interested in these, not the Guild Wars streams, then you can kind of filter that way as well. And VODs will always go up later on the YouTube channel. But anyway, that's enough kind of rambling about stuff. I'll discuss things that I've done as they kind of come up. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, I do want to start a new game. I want to try out a couple of things. One of the things I want to try out is I have adjusted the speed formula, and I do want to see how that ends up playing with the ninja, because the ninja is extremely quick. Let's grab you, and who should the last character be? Unfortunately, I still am not 100% sure what I'm doing with the Sage yet, so I just don't have anything to test there. I could go with the Paladin. You know what? I think I'm just... who haven't I done something with lately? Yeah, let's just go with the Paladin. With the Whammo. Excuse me. Lady Isabella. Yeah, we'll go with her. It's probably not a bad idea to kind of get a feel for things with the... I made a change to TP charge rates. I'll be doing a video that'll come out kind of detailing stuff in more detail. Detail. Let's see. You use a dagger. I think you're a tunic. I did change Devin McElroy's. Always wants to save that file. I don't blame it. I kind of set it up for that. I did do a change to Devin McElroy's first skill to target hands rather than target weakness. Has very high accuracy if it's critical hit. Foes exerting strength drop one stage for 10 turns. So I don't know how this is going to be. I kind of want to test it out a little bit. Yeah. Let's just go wander. I haven't changed the starting area yet. It's something that I want to do, but I had other priorities. Actually, let's talk a little bit about some of those priorities. So we can't really see it super well right now. The bestiary we already knew. I kind of like broke out into an individual thing. You'll notice we have a quest log here. It's empty right now. We have no quests, but they will show up in here. And I have implemented 2 of quests thus far. It turns out I'm still developing sort of the flow for that. I was able to get some implemented, but it took a while. Divine Rebuker... No, Divine Rebuker would be better on Devin McElroy? Yeah. Can anybody use the other one? Yes, you can... Good. But I do want to change the starting area. I've mentioned that several times now. It's just going to be how it is for the moment because, like, I mean, I have different priorities, right? And I wanted to get some of the big sweeping systems in. Let's see. Guardian, I think he can use. Oh. Oh no. We were surprised. That's not good. Well, this might be bad. Ow. Okay. That's not great. Let's have you get that guy up. Healing defense lady Isabella. Well, I mean, she could just straight up heal somebody with get well. But that's fine. I want to go after this one that's buffed its stats for obvious reasons of it buffed its stats. Oh boy, Daze is not great. Okay, yeah, reduced effectiveness. I've changed some of that stuff, and there should have been a little pop-up there. I wasn't paying close attention, though. Let's get Sir Lionel back up. Let's just have you attack that. And heal Devin McElroy, please. So one of the big things that I added was I added the... oh, no. Yeah, you see that little thing that popped up next to the word amped to indicate that it was a more effective attack. So I've added these little notifications. So I simplified the text at the top of the battle log, which we can't see right now because it hides itself when it's not actively got anything in there. But there's text at the battle log that I simplified. So if it's like at least 20% improved, then it says that it was amplified effectiveness. I went with amplified because I want to be very generic. Because if it's amplified damage against you, that's bad. But if it's amplified healing, that's good. So I wanted to be much more generic in my terminology. And then I also just have like reduced effectiveness for if it was reduced effectiveness. It turns out like the decreasing words are a lot easier to come up with than the increasing words for whatever reason. Like before I was using resisted and excelled, and I kind of like that, but I wasn't like excelled was like pretty good, but not. I wasn't like resisted is like slam dunk, but I didn't have a really good alternative. And then I decided, nah, reduce is probably a little bit better. It's a little bit more generic, but I don't really have a great opposite of that. It's just been really irritating. Is that? No, I think it's better if he just attacks. And then she get wells herself. This is a particularly hard group, so I got a little unlucky to get it early. Oh no. Well, we want to get that one down ASAP. Yeah, I did dramatically decrease how much MP you get. Oh, yeah, she's dazed, that's why so much. How much TP you get from getting smackarooed. Like, healing defense is not a bad idea here, but it's not great either. I just kind of need to work these guys down. I don't know. Like, I can't... Yeah, you can see the reduced effectiveness, and there's just the little down, and that's amped, so it goes up. Those little icons are a lot clearer for how... Yeah, you can see it's... So those are break pointed at a third, so if it's more effective, like if it has any additional effectiveness, it gets the 1 arrow. But if it's at least a third more effective, it gets the 2 arrows. And same way the other way. So if it's being reduced by, if it's at least reduced by, or being multiplied by less than 1, it will get the 1 down arrow and reduced. And if it's less than like 67%, it gets the 2 down arrows. Hey Greenos, good to see you. How are you doing? I am getting a bad spawn. I'm getting my butt handed to me by a bad spawn. That's what's going on right now. Okay, good. Critical hit. Yeah, so I was explaining earlier, before people really shut up, but, you know, VOD, that I've kind of hit the point where a lot of the big the big sweeping system changes are kind of... I've hit the point where I'd rather spend the time working on the game rather than doing the playtest, just because the large uh, sweeping changes I was making have now kind of like settled into place. So I don't need to have like this calibration of like, what am I doing with my combat system? Where's my enemy balance need to be and that sort of stuff. I just need to spend time making content. It takes a lot more time to make content than it does to like play content. So I just need like, it just doesn't make sense to do longer weekly playtests with that. And I need to restock my resurrection signets. So it just it's reasonable, I think, to say, okay, I can't adequately make, like, it's just going to be very, very like, oh, what's the playtest going to be? We've seen these like additional interiors that I've made or whatever, and it's just not going to be worth streaming, I think. Oh, good, we got the upper hand. So I will be continuing to make the update videos about stuff that I've added, but yeah, those little effectiveness notifications are a huge improvement. I know Hunting Swan and others were encouraging them for quite a while. Finally got around to figuring out how to add them. Wasn't too bad, but it did require me to kind of hunt a little bit to figure out where they actually came in. Cool. Upper hand again. These guys' stats must be kind of pathetic. I'm getting so many upper hands. Something I might want to keep an eye on. I don't know, it's not an immediate concern. There we go. Let's go pick up whatever these end up being. Let's see, let's see, she's using the healing one. Can definitely make Elroy use... Oh, he's already using the Divine Rebuker, never mind. Okay, so it's just her that doesn't have anything. Yeah, I'll probably just grab the spell sword set for her then. Oh no. At least the armor's doing something. Ow. What happens to Lionel there? Well, his Valiant attack is real good. I don't think I want to be using it at that spot, though. There. That should help. Ooh, a miss. Well. Hey, Hunting Swan. Good to see ya. How are you doing? I'll wave with my hands that I have. Whatever, we can just mash attack here. I added things. Yeah, so I've just hit the point where I feel like a lot of the like systems, the big systems that I needed to test to calibrate are kind of in place. So I want to focus more on making content and spending the time on making content. And as you yourself probably are quite aware, it takes much longer to make content than it does to play content. So I just kind of need to like sit down and make stuff. So I'm just going to go to a less frequent schedule for playtests, just because it's like I'm going to be hitting this point here at this point, where it's like if I did another playtest in a week, it'd be like, look at these 2 interiors I made, sort of thing. And I tried making content on the first stream, and it's just extremely mentally taxing. So I like doing the update videos, but oh, cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 20 starting TP. Yeah. It's yeah. As I know, you've been streaming, making content. I'll be doing the regular like update videos, the what I've done videos. Those I'll be continuing to do. I'm not planning on stopping those or anything. The weekly updates of like what I've made and what I've kind of gone into and all that. Those aren't going anywhere. It's just the playtest streams are probably, I'm planning on suspending them for the time being. Only an hour, eh? I'll take that as a compliment, because that means you've enjoyed them and wish they could be longer. Ha! Oh, boy, I know that feeling. Yeah, that's the thing, is, like, actual development. I tend to want to have, like, very, like, broken development, where it's like, okay, I've worked on this thing, now I need to, like, give my head some space to figure out what I'm doing next, or whatever. That, like, when you're streaming, it's like, okay, I need to, like, intentionally concentrate on what I'm doing to provide a compelling streaming experience, or whatever. So, what do you think of the, Yep. What do you think of the things I've added with the, yeah. It's one of those things, like, until you've done it. But what do you think of these little pop-ups I've added that display damage effectiveness next to the actual numbers? Actually, you know what? I have a TP for this. Yeah. It's reduced. Or amped. Or amplified. Thank you. I know you were pushing me to add them for quite a while, and I finally just, like, sat down and figured out where they happen. And what I did is I added them to the digits sheet, and just they're an extra digit that's attacked on the end of the digits. I'm really happy with how they ended up turning out. Actually, maybe I should just Valiant attack one of these spiders. Yeah, I did simplify the text at the top to just, like, reduced effectiveness or amplified effectiveness. But it means that you kind of don't need to pay attention to that text. Because as I recall, you're pushing me to try to do something like that, and you were right to do so, and it was a huge improvement when I had it. Thank you. Yeah, trying to figure out how to... It took me a while to think through, like, what can I do to make it clear what's going on here? Because, like, I figured out how to add them, and then I'm like, wait, but I don't have a lot of room for text here. How do I make this, like, clear what's going on? Let's have a merciful healing over there. Okay, well, whatever. That also can just die. That works too. And then I realized arrows exist. And I was like, yes, arrows! The little things, you know. I also figured out a method for implementing quests that I'm happy with, that I'll be showing later with the all of 2 quests that I've added to the game. Oh goodness. Yeah. If it's immune, then it's like black with an X. That we might see later with some of the slimes or oozes or whatever. Apparently these guys are so freaking pathetic that I'm just like consistently getting early against them. No. I don't necessarily have a specific... So, to answer the question more broadly, in general, I want to work on fleshing out Kendra and, like, the NPCs and quests and stuff in Kendra. And then I want to start working on Evanshire, at least a bit, in terms of getting towns up. But Kendra has a lot of stuff for me to be doing. So just kind of like broadly speaking, I kind of want to develop my patterns of development flow, but I kind of want to keep my head in each respective area because like one of the things that I realized when I added a couple of quests is like I have to figure out some of the like details because I don't want to have like stupid stuff. I do want to rework the starting area. That's probably going to be somewhat prioritized. But yeah, like fleshing out, like finish building the towns and fleshing out Kendra is kind of the general priority. And then, actually, you have enough for this. I'm just gonna everybody gang up on the Forgotten Spirit because those bats are dead to a bevy of kunai. So yeah, I want to get the first starting area is kind of better polished, and then I want to get the Kendra put together. I should heal. But yeah, as I was working on quests, I'm like, wait, what is a quest in this area supposed to actually look like? And I had to think through that, and because I like, it would be one thing if I was making like filler quests, because it would be relatively easy to like make really dumb fetch quests that are just like, wow, everybody in this game world is aggressively lazy, and I don't want to do that. I did change, by the way. This used to be a tree, and I now made it a tent because it was a friggin' tent. Anyway. I don't really have a reason to interact with that except to get through that dialogue. The guy who shows up here will have a quest for me once I get to rank 1 in the Adventurers Guild, I think. See, I don't have an issue with kill 10 of this monster quests. I just would have to figure out how the heck I'd track that. I more mean like random fetch quests. I actually did a thing. Of like figuring out like what are my purposes with making quests? What sort of quests do I have in terms of like categories of like how important they are? What can quests realistically reward, and what sort of tasks can I realistically do? Like, killing a certain number of enemies is of like kill 10 of this, whatever. Like, like I said, I don't intrinsically have a problem with that type of quest. That's not townspeople being lazy, right? Townspeople being lazy is like, please take this package over to my next door neighbor, or to my friend in a town over there. It's like, do you not have a courier service? Well, the idea is that they need wood for their furnace. It is just kind of an example of like bring a thing to an NPC and then they gain a service. And I probably wouldn't do that specific example because that's a bit weird. But yeah, so the idea is just trying to think of like, okay, what am I trying to do with these? What are the rewards? What sort of tasks can I do? I could potentially try to add something for quests to try to track and it kills the specific enemies. It's pretty easy for me to like just check with the item that you get when you kill enemies for the bestiary and just see, okay, how many of these have you accumulated? But that's a threshold. That's not... I'd have to like... And I could add this, but I'd have to like save in the quest log when you get the quest. I'd have to save in a control variable how many you've killed at that point to be able to identify how many more you've killed. It'd just be kind of a pain to track and that sort of stuff. And I'm... Yeah, that would be the way to do it, but I don't necessarily feel like I need that type of quest yet. We'll see. So let's just go start by joining the Adventurers Guild. Actually, let's go get the first quest that I added. You can see it right up there. Do you see it in the upper right? I added a quest marker, everyone. I tried searching for quest marker on Google Images to get ideas for what quest markers could look like. And I'm like, okay, has anybody other than Skyrim made a quest marker? Because the image results were all freaking Skyrim quest marker. And I'm like, but this person here will tell me about it. Have you seen that man through the doors over there? He's asked the Adventurers Guild for help and keeps complaining about having to wait for an available party. Seems that wait times for parties of adventurers have gotten really long lately. Well, with how many of them have gone across the sea since the Astral collision. Thank you. So if I talk to this guy, he'll be like, eh? Are you adventurers, perchance? I'm in charge of making sure we're getting supplies in for the merchants. Normally, I hire low-ranking adventurers to pick up merchandise from more out-of-the-way areas, but with so many adventurers off to foreign lands, the wait times for tasks such as mine have gotten extremely long. Yeah, then that's just kind of a quirk of the grass. In other areas, I think it's a lot more visible. Have gotten extremely long. Maybe they think that only adventurers needed my merchandise, and with so many of them away... Bah, I shouldn't bother you with my ranting and speculation. Anyway, I've ordered a box of medical supplies from Kazan the Healer, but his hut is in the woods to the southwest. It isn't safe to go there for an ordinary traveler, but adventurers such as yourselves should have little issue with the trip. I normally offer only 1 bounty slip for it, but given how things have been lately, I'm willing to offer 5 bounty slips. Are you willing to help? Receive the Pick Up Medical Supplies quest. Oh, thank you. And now once you get the quest, it transitions to a bouncing queue. Yeah, no, you don't have the option of refusing quests. See, I don't want to implement all of that additional thing. But anyway, when somebody has something to do for a quest, it gets a bouncing queue. When somebody has a quest to offer, it's the rotating thing down below. But the quest log looks like this. It's a hidden item B. That's the quest. And then I'm just going to use the star item, like bronze for small side quests, silver for larger side quests but don't have anything to do with the main narrative, and then gold for the stuff that goes with the main narrative. And this is how the quest log looks. This is actually the item description. And then this is the note field for the item. It's the item note field. That's all it's doing. It's just grabbing those. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, however. So yeah, that's the first quest. The second quest, like I said, I think requires me to get to level 10, if I remember correctly. And I'm not sure, what quests should look like in terms of rewards or anything yet. That's going to take a while to calibrate, but I kind of need to figure out a quantity of quests first. Oh, I added... So in the process of doing stuff, I figured out some more world building for this section of the world. So this person's dialogue I've changed. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. If you're looking to purchase some bounty slips, you're clearly far too powerful to qualify for such a purchase. You have to be sufficiently weak-looking to this individual to be able to buy bounty slips. Because the idea is adventurers can't buy their own bounty slips. Because that's cheating the system. So there's some amount of, like, subtle prejudice that goes on in here. Why don't you become a member of the Adventurers Guild instead? Here, take this membership card. You'll be starting out at rank 0. I got the membership card. You can turn in bounty slips you get from defeating enemies or helping the weak to rank up in the guild. You also get gold when you turn in slips, of course. You get more gold the higher your rank with the guild. You also get access to more services. So make sure to go out there and earn lots of bounty slips. Oh, you also need this Adventurers Kit. You can do stuff. The Adventurers Kit is a work in progress. Okay. So now I need to just do that. I could go do the Kasdan quest now, but I kind of want to have multiple quests in the quest log at once, and I've only implemented 2 quests, so I don't want to do that one yet. Let's just kill some rats. Well, that could have gone a little bit smoother. I could have actually used some of my skills for one thing. I think these guys are weak to piercing, so if I'd gotten a piercing weapon, that would also help. You just had to go and miss with your Valiant attack, didn't you? Okay, well, whatever. Good, 2 bounty slips. Yes. Oh, also, I made a clock. It's 3% of the way through the morning. This is how the clock works. It tells you what percentage of the way it is through the current time of day, which I did because I didn't have a really good way of quantifying hours or anything. Like, the day length is based on number of, like, relative steps and stuff. So I don't have a great way of giving, like, a normal time. So I just give you this very weird time measure. Yeah. I could buy something from this person. Omnicure roots and pots of healing. Can I craft... I can craft a sword? You know what? I haven't really used an adventurer's sword. Let's craft one for Sir Lionel. Salvagey person. I would like these 2 iron ingots, please. Yeah, I need one more to be able to make this dagger. I do want to test this dagger because I need to test backstab to see if it's in it, where it's at. I need to save up my iron ingots for the moment. But that place now has, like, actual merchant services and things, which is cool. Let's just go fight some more stuff. I need to get to rank 10. Ooh. I can smiting strike. That's not useful that much just yet. Let's just focus on this Harrower. It's slightly weak to slashing damage, so... Oh, good. Oh, bad. Ow. Well. That could have gone better. Still best off there, just doing that. Hey! Couple good critical hits on Mishizo. Who probably needs a little bit of nerfing, if I had to guess. She's real fast right now. Ow. Beat up a rat. That is your sacred duty. Whew. Boy, I'm glad for their armor. It's not great currently, because it's busted armor, but... Or I could use this skill, which is significantly cheaper. Let's just take a self-care turn. Okay, well that was pretty minimal damage. I'll take it. Yay, critical hit. 3 bounty slips are found. Let's go refresh my resurrection signet. Let's loot this chest. 7 gold was found. Excellent. What are you up to, fishing boat? I did tell you to move, right? You're not just a non-moving object. Maybe I should tell it to be stepping or something. Whatever, let's leave. HPs are tolerable. Let's actually go get some better armor. Oh, you know what? You're probably right. I just assumed because it was a boat that it would have boat properties, but you're absolutely right. It is not automatically a boat that knows how to move. Good catch. Through. Now the real humdinger is making sure it doesn't through all the way onto the land. 'Cause that would be awkward. Hey, you sell stuff. Yes, this would be good. Give me one of these and one of these. I don't think I really want this hat, actually. Cool. No, you're gonna get... What are you gonna get? I don't know, something. I don't ever use the Buzzkill Blade. It exists, though. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I want to use the Surplus Spear on Lady Isabella. That's not very good, though. Let's just equip armor for now. You can have the Leader's Plate Mail. And you can have the Hero's Plate Mail. Thanks, game. Sometimes it is a little laggy, and I think that has more to do with, like, streaming or something? I'm not sure. I should worry about food at some point in time, but I'm not right now. I just need to improve my food systems. Let's just leave the Adventurers Guild and go do my crafting elsewhere. Why did I... Oh, yeah, this has a potential north entrance, but I need to actually implement one. Note to self. What is this? This was Sycamore. Sycamore needs to have entrances from all possible directions, including from the north. I don't know. Playtests do help you find stuff. That's why they're important. Okay, you are the salvager. Now you can make me an adventurer's dagger. For Mishizo. And then you can turn the old dagger into more iron. No, not you. You. I can make some gauntlets. I can make gauntlets for each. I think I will. Ooh, boost maximum weapon damage by 11. And by 8. One of these characters has more strength than... Wait, is it strength or dexterity? I don't know. One of them gets a bigger boost than the other, and I don't 100% remember what the formula is for that. Okay, let's go fight some more stuff. Ooh, double hero war group. That's a little frightening. I don't want to backstab these plants because these plants are very resistant to piercing damage, and backstab is piercing damage. Yeah, she has more starting TP because she has more TP regeneration, like TP charge rate, which boosts how much you start with. Man, those are good crits. Whew. Boy, his weapon is bad against them, though. Yep, I guess you're just attacking. Boy, I'm... Okay. Never mind. I'm less torn. Did heal himself for 35? This is significantly better at the moment. There we go. I win! More bounty slips for me. And a level up. Excellent. Shake it off is useful. That'll help the next time I get planted. Ooh, an earthen ooze. That could be a trick. Actually, smiting strike the earthen ooze. I do have inspiring shout now that I have access to. Yeah, she's all healing right now. Ow. Glad I got them better plate mail. Ow, that was a critical hit on that. Okay. Let's work on this giant rat a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're just attacking this giant rat for now. Whew, good dodge. Okay, need more TP for Phantom Strike. That's whatever. Just Inspiring Shout, please. I need the TPs. Okay, well, that's dead. There. Ow. Well, she's not dead. Well, that's good. I could Fierce Thrust it. That's probably a good idea. Get well yourself? Oh, okay, good. Smiting Strike worked. How am I doing on my bounty slips? I have enough. Let's go turn them in then. Poem. Eventually, there will be poems there instead of a placeholder thing that says poem. Eventually. Yes, I wish to turn them all in, thank you. I am happy to be A rank. Realistically, the amount of bounty slips you need for each level should probably be dramatically higher, but that's just going to be tedious for the player, so I don't know. It depends upon how much I start spewing them with stuff, and I kind of don't expect it to be super high. Oh good, it's nighttime. I needed it to be nighttime because this NPC doesn't show up unless it's nighttime. Hey, you've got a quest for me. Eh? Oh, good evening. I don't know what brings you to my home, but I'm a hunter around here. I've got some unneeded materials if you're looking for some. Or do you perhaps want some tips on hunting for yourself? Mind you, I only stick around the village, but I know these parts and what lives in them like I know my hair. He knows his hair. So then, what'll it be? I can buy information about giant bats and plain scorpions from him. You know, that's an option. Why not? I cannot increase this, by the way. I can only buy one of each of those. Hey, you seem to be competent adventurers. Listen, a bunch of buddies and I used to have a... Let's see. Used to have a camp next to the mountains northwest of here, but one day it got overrun by a particularly nasty group of oozes. We have not been back in a long while, but I've still got the key to the cave at the back of the camp. I'll give it to you if you clear out those oozes. I know there isn't much point to this. It isn't like those old times can come back if those oozes are gone, but still, for sentiment's sake. Hey, Toby. Yeah, so, I've kind of hit the point where the big, like, sweeping system changes that I'm trying to calibrate have kind of, like, settled into place, where I feel like the balance for combat is, like, not perfect, but loosely where it needs to be enough that I don't feel like I need to, like, be playtesting, like, oh, did these changes to the combat system how did that change things? Or any of that sort of stuff. So, and I'll still be around in my Astral Collision Discord channel, Discord server channel. But it's just at the point where it's like, I just need to make content, and that is not, it needs less, or it doesn't need as frequent playtesting just because it takes longer to take content than it does to play it. So, for sentiment's sake, received Ooze Posse quest. Kill the Ooze Posse in the abandoned hunter's camp to receive the camp key and hunter experience. Should I say what the reward is? He will sell you stuff. But yeah, so anyway, I just kind of want to make sure that I'm having the time to, like, buckle down and actually make content. So playtests will just be less frequent, is my plan. Basically, yeah, I don't want to be, like, making a playtest that is like, here, look at these 3 houses I made, or whatever. Or like, here's a quest that I made. I'll talk about that stuff in the weekly update videos that I'll continue to be doing on my YouTube channel. But as for the streams themselves, it doesn't make sense to me to make a bunch of streams where I'm spending a bunch of time going over stuff that's barely changed, or, you know, showing, like, the incremental growth. That's just going to be easier to do in the update videos on my YouTube channel, rather than, or, like, through chatting about it on the Discord server. Quest log, though. I now have Ooze Posse, given by the Hunter in Caledon. Camp key and 100 experience. This is pick up medical supplies. And I can cycle between them and have the information about them. Yeah. The entire 2 quests that I have put together. Because it turns out it takes more to put together quests than I was anticipating. Also, I haven't gotten the process down just yet. But yeah, basically, I just want to. I want there to be enough time for me to like actually make a sizable enough chunk of content that doing a full playtest makes sense. And instead of spending the time like setting up and doing the playtest streams, I just want to spend more time making content because a lot of the stuff is like, okay, I've spent 5 minutes to verify it works. That's not like great for a stream. I want to stay away from this ooze posse because I think it's gonna wreck me if it gets near me. I'm gonna grab this set of clovers though. That's the ooze posse, right there. It was gonna be rats, but then there wasn't a rat thing, so it's oozes. Phantom Kunai, the buzzkill. Let's kill some giant rats, shall we? So I kind of am just like feeling out what it means to make a quest. That's an interesting question. Would it be easier to work on? Also, I've added the things to indicate if damage is more effective or less effective. Would it be easier to make the big quests first and then smaller side quests? So part of it is the flow. Like I'm trying to get a feel for the overall flow of Kendra. And I want there to be a lot of side quests that you're doing to try to build your rank in the Adventurers Guild. So in terms of like to some extent the side quests, the smaller side quests are important for doing that. And I'm just trying to get a feel for making quests. So I'd rather cut my teeth, as the expression weirdly goes, on making side quests. With like less important quests than on the stuff that's going to be really important, if that makes sense. Because I'm still trying to figure out like what does it mean to make a quest in my game. Healing, defense, and get well, please. Whew. Boy, glad he has good armor. Okay, let's try to avoid that slime for now. By the way, I did dramatically change stuff. Yeah, like I have a whole thing that I did with figuring out like what am I trying to accomplish with quests. Actually, I should add another one here. Let's just do this. Boop. World building. World building is also kind of an important part of this. But just kind of like what are the things that my quest's trying to accomplish. Then some categories for quests. What they can reward and like what can I have the player do. So like this is just kind of like generally some notes that I had where I was trying to figure out this process. But what I've found is there's one thing between having like the technical functionality to make quests, which I had first, and then I'm like, wait, but what are quests going to be? So I figured out sort of design guidelines for quests, and now it's just a matter of like actually implementing them and getting a feel for that. And getting a feel for, okay, how are these quests supposed to actually like play, and what are good things to have you do, and things like that. Just backstab this buzzkill. I should end it pretty well. So yeah, in general, like having a theme is useful, or trying to figure out what it's supposed to be about. It's just going to be a process of figuring things out for how I want to do things. A cracked pot. Hunter skills. Some yarn. Some cloth. Shrooms. Got my wood out of that one. Did I go inside this one? Yes. Okay, let's escape. Okay, you are at a point where Merciful Healing will do what I needed to now. Okay, let's go visit Kasdan. Okay, got here safely. Correct. Red is more reduced. It has 2 down arrows as well, as opposed to 1. So there's 5 total possible... how do I get you in camera? There's 5 total possible visual markers for damage. There is immune, which is like a black X, and it says immune. And then there's reduced with 2 red arrows for strongly reduced. There's reduced in kind of a yellowy orange color with 1 arrow for slightly reduced or like a mild reduction. And then there is kind of a greenish amped with 1 up arrow for slightly increased, and then another amped that I think is more bluish with 2 up arrows for very increased. Kasdan. I would like some healing. We came to pick up medical supplies. I was wondering when someone would finally come to pick those up. I'll admit, things have been a bit out of sorts ever since the Astral collision. So one of the things that I had to figure out for quests is how do some of the low-level mechanics of the world work. So there's a couple of things going on. One of which is some people are considered too strong to be able to buy bounty slips, because it's you can't buy your own bounty slips if you're an adventurer. So they're prejudiced. The system is prejudiced against them. They're like, oh, you're too strong to buy bounty slips. You could just use those to gain rank. But they're not actually that strong, so they can't really do more advanced stuff. So they can't really properly be an adventurer. So they're kind of stuck where they can't really hire adventurers very effectively, because adventurers usually only want to work for bounty slips, and because they can't buy bounty slips, they can't do stuff. So there's going to be some amount of people that are in that category, which is what our friend with the Ooze Posse is in. But another thing that I've decided is going on with the world here is that a lot of adventurers have gone across the seas to go to other regions to try to ply their trade there, and so there's suddenly an outflow of adventurers, and so they don't have as many adventurers. Their supply of adventurers is so dramatically decreased that it's really messing with sort of the normal function of Kendra. So normally, Kasdan's kind of a little bit out in the middle of nowhere. There's a chance that you'll have a monster encounter getting to his hut. So people would hire an adventurer to go pick something up from here. But there aren't that many adventurers available in Kendra right now, because so many of them have decided to go across the seas to go ply their trade elsewhere, like I was saying. So that's also going to be kind of a bit of a theme, that everybody's like, where are all the adventurers at? I need adventurers, and they're all gone, sort of, to an extent. So that's what he's talking about there. But yes, the supplies. Here you go. Received medical supplies. You let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. Well, there is. Can you teach us about healing? I'm always pleased to pass on my knowledge. Yay. What do you sell? What do you sell? And are any of them useful to me? The answer is no. I wouldn't buy these things from him. They're intentionally overpriced. Okay, that's kind of the business here. There'll be more stuff to do there later. I just need to get around to the point of implementing anything. Okay, so now I have the medical supplies, which we can see right here. Medical supplies. A container of fairly standard medical supplies, ointments, bandages, and the like for civilian sales. The idea is that, like, these guys need to get this stuff, these medical supplies, because civilians need them, but they're having a really hard time actually filling their stock because they need an adventurer to go and pick it up because it's too dangerous for, like, an ordinary courier. And I'm having to think about all of this stuff of, like, okay, what are these quests going to be like? How am I going to make them in a way that I like and feel is compelling? So now I can go turn these medical supplies in. Hey, lady. Yeah, I've seen him. I don't know if I want to have her... Oh. Hi. It feels weird with how empty it's been in the restaurant lately. You should stop by and order something. We could really use the business. Again, not enough venturers around. You've got the supplies? Wonderful. As promised, here are 5 bounty slips. Exchange medical supplies for 5 bounty slips. You have my thanks. Now he'll just ramble. I wonder when things will get back to normal. Don't get me wrong. You've been a big help. Making sure non-adventurers can get what they need is important. But still, I'd be lying if I didn't say that a healthy supply of adventurers is vital to keeping things going. With so many away, well, it leaves one concerned. I was trying to have her appear in the evening. I think I need to tweak my indices. Or something. Lady in courtyard showing up at wrong time of day. Lady in mercantile building courtyard is showing up at the wrong time of day. And now if I go to my quest log, that quest is gone. I just still have the Ooze Posse. Oh, and she'll be like, oh, you were able to help him? That's marvelous news. Yes, I was able to help him. Okay. At this point, it's just kind of like a lot of stuff we've already seen. Gearing out my characters and things like that. See, this is the sort of thing I'm talking about. Whereas, like, okay, I got a lot of systems put in place, but they're not, like, the things that I need to test for extreme balance. It's like, now what? You know? How am I doing in bounty slips? Oh, I have 11 now. Must have had 6 before. That guy's just gonna chill there. I could go fight that Ooze Posse and get absolutely wrecked. Actually, what I should do... What would be smart to do? Whoops. Oh, this is gonna be bad. How about we backstab a mushroom snake? Oh, good. They're weak. Ish. There we go. Okay, we got through the mushroom snakes. Yeah, I should just... Mushroom snakes maybe need a little juice. And to be worth less bounty. I don't know. It's just kind of like at the point that I'm at, I just want to focus on like making more content. Non-combat content. Okay. And that just takes like longer to get something great with. Okay, I want you to get Lionel's training. And I want you to get Healer's Expertise, because Healer's Expertise is more useful than the other one at the moment. I can leave over here. It does take me out into the woods for a spell, but... I guess the mines are a good place to go. For the experience points. The experience points, I say. I want to see how badly I died to the Ooze Posse. I should heal Sir Lionel first, though. Okay, use posse. Wait, where's the... Oh, there it is. It hid from me. Buzzkill and then a giant rat. Giant rats. Giant rats. Nobody wants to fight them giant rats. Ow. Whatever. This will end it. You cleanse thine self. Ooze. Here's the ooze group. I guess water strike the flame ooze. Smack the vile ooze a bit. Yeah, the air ooze probably also needs to go down. I don't know which ones of those are the most priority. Okay, you can just attack the vile ooze, I guess. I don't know. Good! That one was very weak to water. Oh dear. There goes all my TP. There goes my fire stats. I don't expect to be ready to fight the ooze group yet, everyone. Well. Ow. Allow me to express my sincere pain and suffering. Guess I can use a healing potion. I kind of feel like it's maybe not entirely worth. Okay. Ow. Great. Mm-hmm. Absorption doesn't seem like it'd be very good at the moment. I kind of feel like I need to boost absorption's effectiveness, but... Cool. Absorption? Like I said, I kind of expect... Well, you showed me. Okay, and that was a critical hit. I kind of expected to be defeated by that ooze group. We are level 3. That's more like a level 6 group or something. I am a bit under leveled for that. That's okay. I just wanted to see how bad it would be. And the answer is yes. If you are just an ordinary hunter, you are not standing up to that ooze group. I did bump this guy up to require rank 3 instead of rank 2 because I want you to have to spend more time doing quests. Yeah, that's words. Let's go fight some random junk, I guess. I don't know. What do we got? I think water is somewhat weak to wind. I don't remember what I did for some of these. Yeah, and you're just attack. Attack. I don't know, work on these giant rats, I guess. Hey, I was right. Oof. Attack a giant rat. Get Sir Lionel back in the fight. And attack a giant rat. Yeah, we're just rat attacking. Oh, okay, or not. They can all just be dead. Yeah, you have literally no TP. I guess we just attack the zoos. For negligible amounts of damage. Oof! Oofa doofa. I could Wind Strike it, or Earth Strike it, and you'd get to see the immune. So just to show off of the immune thing, I'm going to do a really dumb attack. Yeah, I don't know. Just, you know what? Let's guard. Heal me, Shizo, please. Yay! 0. It was immune. It didn't take 0 damage because it has plus damage on it, and that gets through type immunity. But yeah, that's the indicator. Water Strike. Water Strike should be good against an Earth News. I need to actually check Fierce Thrust to make sure it's working properly. Double check. Wow. Fierce Thrust. I don't know what I was starting to type there for that, but I'm pretty sure it was not what we call words. Okay, that was good against it. Well, I got some stuff and some levels and some ouchies. We seem to be mostly doing okay now. Let's go to the mine. The mine has supplies. And this is kind of hidden. Like, eventually, I want you to, like, come in here, and this guy will have quests for you. I do want to figure out... I do want to set up a dialogue for, like, here is a list of quests you can acquire. Now, technically, I could, just like, I have the dialogue for acquiring information about enemies. Like, I have that dialogue, and technically I could do something, because it's just like, it's an item, right? Quests are an item. Like, the quest log indicators on an item is just a fancy way of displaying items. I'll talk about that more in the video that I'll be recording after this. That'll be going out in, like, a week. But the... I could just sell you that item, but the problem is I only want you to be, like, it would be repeatable. As soon as you did the quest and turn it in, you'd be able to get it again, which is... I can see that being okay in some areas, but I don't want repeatable quests. So what I'll probably be doing is just rigging up some sort of, like, dialogue of, like, here are the... yeah, rinse those quests. Some sort of interface that lets you, like, here's a list of quests to do, but you only get them once, rather than being able to, like, rinse and repeat, as Hunting Swan was alluding to. I think I can actually buy bombs from him, right? Yeah, I can buy healing potions. Is that normal price, or are these slightly upscaled? I can also buy blast bombs, which is actually not the worst. I'll buy 2. They do a lot of damage. See, that area has some stuff in it, but it's going to direct me. I want to go over this way where I can go pick up some old junked pickaxes. So I should probably nerf a little bit, actually. In terms of value. But I haven't examined like any of that stuff yet. I could potentially make some repeatable quests, but I don't know how much I want that. I kind of don't want players to be like, I don't know. I mean, to some extent, it's unavoidable to have players be like, ah, yes, this is the optimal strategy for doing thing X. But I kind of don't want it to be a bunch of like really boring repeatable quests or something like that, or a quest that becomes boring because it's repeatable. Okay, well, I got all of the iron I need, and I didn't get ambushed by things, so I call that a win-win. This is the new tunnel. They're mining. These are unofficial, not quests. Probably not the biggest concern. The biggest thing is just like, it would only be things that make sense to be repeatable, and I'm not entirely sure what I would want to set up to be a repeatable quest. Yeah, but the thing is, like, as a game designer, I also kind of want to make sure that I'm being conscious about where players might be optimizing the fun out of the game. So that's... I want to be very careful about that, because players will optimize the fun out of a game. If they think it's more efficient to do something boring than to do something fun, then they will do it. Like, tends to do it because psychology is weird. That's what that comes down to. Maybe these guys are weak to earth. I don't remember. Alright, and you just attack things. Whee! They are weak to earth. Okay, at this point I guess we just attack. Yep, we just attack. That's fine. Thank you. I can do the same thing here, and he has just like a different thing that he's getting attacked by. I don't usually go into that area, but figuring out the cadence that I wanted the that tink tink to play at was a bit of a trick. What was I just thinking about? I don't remember. There's something that I was thinking would be a good tweak, but it's fine. Okay, I want to go get wrecked by bats. Oh, goodness, it's dark in here. Actually, I want to make things darker in here. I had a technique that I figured out for putting a picture on the screen that follows the player around that I can use to like darken the area that I did in a different... I think it's because it's nighttime. And like the brightness in here changes. I should make just a dark cave locale. Dark cave locale. Never. Woo, that's... Need to get a little shift 3 action in there. But I want to have a thing that like... I want to put my hands up against the screen to kind of indicate what I'm talking about, but you literally can't see that. But just kind of a dark image that covers the entire screen with like a lighter spot in the middle. That, yes, see, that's exactly the question. But yeah, something that can be kind of a darkening thing. Yeah. I figured out a way that I like for doing that in a different, like, not finished project that I'll probably just duplicate here. Let's backstab some blood bats. I'm curious to see how effectively she can do that. Actually, I want to charge up a fierce thrust. Okay. Congratulations, Mishizo. You have arguably too much dexterity. Ooh, it hunkered down. Oh man, it dodged her backstab. Okay, well. Well, you know what? There's a reason I made backstab super expensive. That was the reason, so you could run out of it. Ooh, Fierce Thrust. Yes, I want to do that. Get well yourself. Okay, they're actually resistant to winds. Good to know. Woohoo! Boy, howdy, that Fierce Thrust was no joke. Oh, wow. Congratulations, Mishizo. You have one backstab saved up. This is a good spot to go get gold, though. Oh, we got the bat. Oh, no, and they surprised us. Well, this is going to be a beating. Yeah. Yes, the dollar sign does appear. I'm just using the dollar sign as the generic money symbol in this game. Because I have... Technically, I have 14-ish. I have a bajillion world regions, and theoretically, they all use a different currency because they would have developed different currencies over time. So I'm just using the dollar sign as generic money symbol. Yeah. That's what's going on there. Because it's not always going to be gold or whatever. Like, it's theoretically gold in Kendra, probably. Copper, silver, gold, whatever. But money is kind of an abstracted thing. Because, like I said, what would be used for currency in one world region is going to be different from one to next. So it's just... I'm just abstracting that away using the dollar sign. Hey, Anonymous Cheer. Thank you very much for the bits. I'll probably just call it, like, I've been calling it gold and Kendra just out of habit, but I should probably just call it money. That's a cute little ghost, isn't it? Just pulling up the bit thing, peeking around it. Okay, well, now that I've had half my party, actually, yeah. It makes sense to just call it cash. So, Lionel, I want you alive. You can... Oh my goodness, I have no AoE. This is going to take for freaking ever. Yeah, it's just one of those things where because everything, like, everywhere would logically have a different currency, I do want to figure out what I can do to kind of, like, hand wave it a little bit. I don't know. I feel like the dollar sign is generally understood as money. I know that there's different symbols like pounds and euros and stuff like that. Yen. It's like I could... Is one backstab better or... Oh goodness, probably better. Yeah, because I just need to get them not around. I can understand that feeling. Okay, let's just... But the advantage of this Phantom Kunai's can't miss. Healing defense line self. 64, this is 85. This is a bit stronger. Okay, good. Took out that blood bat. I mean, it doesn't count for much if we die, but... Hey! Nice counterattack. Oh, man. Thank you, everyone, for attacking Sir Lionel. Okay, let's try to backstab the other blood bat. Actually, no, that's slow enough. Yes, okay. You know what? I'm just going to have him guard. Maybe I'll get lucky and then I'll do that again. Heh. Okay. Slowly getting through this. Giant bat is next priority. That one's almost dead. Take out that cave bat, probably. And let's play some defense here. There we go. Okay, well, somebody's out of MP, but that's okay. We should all be able to gang up on this. Okay, I took it out. Excellent. I don't know how many more of those I can potentially try to fight through, but... Yeah, that's where RPG Maker defaults to putting the money symbol. That's kind of what's going on there. I could potentially edit the windows to put the $sign on the other side. And then there's the people who write like the $sign and then write dollars afterwards. You know what that reminds me of? Dairy Queen around here, because we'll call money buck for whatever reason. Like a buck is $1. And so Dairy Queen for a while, and they might still be doing it, I don't know, was having a promotion where they were advertising a like $5 menu thing by calling it $5. It's just $5. Except they put the $sign in front, so it was like the $5 $5 lunch or whatever. So it's like $5 buck lunch. I'm like, I see, you are serving venison. Welp. Time to get ended again. Lucky critical hit there. Okay, we didn't just like instantly die. Fantastic. Oh, her MP is so low, but like I want to instantly... Making that 30 MP is a heck of a lot more restrictive than it originally was. She can get a focus. I probably want to get her one. Let's work on this other blood bat. Fierce Thrust is still a thrust. So I want to try to make sure that blood bat goes down. Heal yourself, I guess? Okay, good. Whew. Aw. Man, I'm glad I have this friggin' plate mail on people that makes them a higher target. Okay, Phantom Kunai. I want to take out these blood bats. You know, I'm going to actually use a healing potion here. Oh, it's poisoned. That's good. And the smack got its strength and dex down, which is going to really reduce the damage it deals as well. Wow. Nice counterattack. You know it's good when the counterattack is a one-shot. I don't know. Bloodbat over there. Yeah, that thing needs to die. Would Rebuke attacker be better? Yeah, let's Rebuke the Bloodbat. Healing defense Mishizo. Let's just have you attack one of these cave bats to work on that. Ah. Probably better off just having her attack. Ooh, I can Fierce Thrust. Let's have that. It's making me think a lot here, which is good. Okay, good. Fierce Thrust hit and was a critical hit. Okay. Now it's just clean up. Attack a cave bat. Attack a cave bat. Heal yourself and get well yourself. I want to use these healing skills in battle so that way I can recover some of my MP post-battle more efficiently. Okay, at this point it's just like all-out attacking. Mishizo's dex is maybe too much. Just saying. And speed. And, you know, just maybe rebalance her some, eh? Hey, level 5. Excellent. Let's go get these minor skills up here. Not very important, but, you know, they exist. Jokes aside, I could give him hunter skills. That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, let's get him the hunter skills. You're still using this, but I kind of want the guardian. Yeah, okay. Everybody's cool. Everybody is cool. Precisely. Okay, so this is a slightly less threatening group. There's only 4 bats here, not 7 or whatever the heck it is. The other one is. And the blood bat, please. Hey, I get precise strike now. That's going to be helpful. I really want a friggin' party heal, but none of these people wear ribbons, and that's currently my only source of a party heal. Man, those backstabs deal so much damage. This is ludicrous. It's just her, though. It's just her insane dexterity. Yeah, it's just gonna Phantom Kunai it. Just out of existence. Like, if we look at her, she has 36 dexterity and is getting a 44 to 73 damage with the Adventurer's Dagger. Okay, this pipe is just intentionally strong looking, but he has good enough physical accuracy that he has above 100 with the freaking old pipe. My goodness. You can see right here, 73 to 87 with the Adventurer's Sword. The Adventurer's Sword hits once. So what she's got going on with the Adventurer's Dagger, when that's almost the same amount of damage as this guy's getting off of a sword, relatively speaking. Like, this hits twice. And then she has 205% physical accuracy, which gives her a ludicrous, like, chance to critical hit. She needs to be nerfed. He probably... I'll need to pay attention to him, too, because that old pipe is, like, decreasing his accuracy. But we'll have to see how things are. This rusty sword is really hampering her effectiveness. I need to get her a weapon that doesn't suck. Actually, I can probably do that Yeah, she can wield one of these pickaxes. That's 45 to 90. Yeah, but that gets her up to 100 physical accuracy, which is a huge improvement. Also, the pickaxes are piercing damage, which is going to be good against these bats. So, backstab the blood bat. As long as that doesn't miss, that thing's gone. Panic flailing. Actually, I want you to heal yourself. Hey, I get precise strike. Off of the pickaxe. Cool. Healing defense. Completely end that. Panic flailing. I mean, it's AoE. What do you want? Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's end this thing. I'm actually wielding a pickaxe with somebody. Can you believe it? Miner's gloves. Ooh, who can use these? You can. Slightly raise strength and fire. They might. But her strength stat is very bad. Miner's coat. Yeah, she can wear this too. Protects well against earth damage. Yes, I'll give her a better coat. Better armor. Thankfully, I keep getting this small group. Oh, yeah, and then just attack other things. I don't really care. Just mash attack with everybody. And backstab bats. Panicked flailing is a fine move, but it has its limitations. I really like it as a design, for what it's worth. I should heal. There we go. You know what? Sure, whatever. Valiant attack a thing. Is it doing something? I have a lava lamp over there that you can't see that, like, is kind of not entirely functional where the lava doesn't really flow. I don't entirely know why, but I just had a few bubbles of the wax move around in it, so I was getting all excited about that. Yep, there goes that. Panicked flailing. Panicked flailing. Panicked flailing. Well then, that was some good panicked flailing. Miner's cap. Can you wear it? No. Who wears... Does anyone wear hats? No. Cool. That miner's cap is real good for the merchant then. It just, like, never does anything, so when I saw something in it move, I was very excited. Okay. You can backstab a blood bat. You can panicked... Wow, you can use this even. Panicked flailing. You can protect him. And you can heal him. There. Let's see how much this does. Well, I mean, it's helping. Poisoned. Okay, good dodge. Bad dodge. Scale Force wins here. Scare stream today. Yeah, I can see that happening. Okay, we're out of backstabs. You still can panic flail. I didn't mean to use a potion on Sir Lionel, but whatever. guess he'll be getting healed. Somebody's out of MP. I wanted to do this on Lady Isabella. Okay. Down to just the Bloodbat. So that's good. Precise strike that, please. Heal Devin McElroy and precise strike. A little bit of a risk here. Or, you know, she can just critical hit it for 350 damage. Bounty slip found, hide found, wing found. Oh, I found a wing. Excellent. Yes, I know, it's bats. It's always bats. I've had it in my bat log for a long time to, like, clear, like, make some more, variety of enemies in here. I'll get to it eventually. Bye! Oh, left it feared. Excellent. Ooh, From the Shadows learned. Excellent, excellent. From the Shadows is a TP attack. And also dark damage, which will help elsewhere. Well, I managed to survive the mines, so that's something. I don't need feathers at the moment, but I appreciate the offer. Let's turn some of these pickaxes into iron. Ooh, that's some yarn. Okay. Where's the crafty boy? There's the crafty boy. I think I might just keep that pickaxe for the moment. It seems pretty decent. The mace looks really good. Its accuracy is not, so it just looks really good. Yeah, let's get an adventurer's breastplate for our friend there. Gloves for Devin McElroy, sure. Boots. I'll get 2 of these and 2 of these. I can get a cape. No, I can't. I don't have enough hide. I'll get more hide later. Okay, let's equip people with some stuff. You get... Oh, you could have worn these. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna give you adventure shoes. Improves attack speed. Yes, that's exactly what we need on our already very fast characters. You salvage a person. Do I have anything more I want to break apart? Yes, this old Gambison. I don't need that anymore. Excellent. Let's refill my resig. Let's go see if I can fight some oozes now. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Let's go fight some oozes, maybe. Where do the oozes go? I lost the group, but I wonder if the event still continued. I might need to do stuff with that. Losing to oozes may let you win? I wanted to fight them, though. Whatever, let's just Phantom Kunai thing. Bonk. Well, the ooze isn't spawning, so I'm guessing there's something off with the event. So let's just go see if I can turn the quest in. Quest marker for hunter spawns during the day if you have the quest. There we go. That should be easy enough to fix. Yes. Rest until night. Let's get my party off of this guy. No. No, I did not. But sure, I'll take the camp key and 100 experience points. How relevant is 100 experience points at level 6? Not nothing. The key is definitely the more valuable part of that, though. Oh yeah, I want to replace this pipe with... Would fire damage be better? What are your stats? Wind. Wind would actually be the best? Best one? I think fire is probably better. Okay, let's see about getting him a fire stick. How's my supply of... Oranges? Not existent. I have a non-existent supply of oranges. That's okay, they're cheap. I can buy them from the farmer's market. Ooh, I have terrible walking accuracy. Daytime, daytime, daytime. Whatever, it'll become morning when it becomes morning. How's my wood supply? I want this. It looks like it's worse for Devin McElroy, but getting access to the skill is definitely useful. Okay, so I have enough wood. I just need orange. Yeah, rest until morning, please. You sell fruit. I can tell because you're standing in front of fruit. Just buy a few oranges. See, this has orange smash. And it boosts your fire. It actually wouldn't be a bad idea to get one of these for Lady Isabella. Either. Let's buy some grapes while we're here. Let's equip Devin with this orange club. So this 70 to 104, this is a bit less, but does get him a skill. First of all, he'll have way more physical accuracy, which is going to be just consistently higher damage. And it also gets him... Let's use a spell accuracy, 75. It also just gets him access to... Orange Smash right here, which deals fire damage. Which is useful against things that otherwise kind of resist it. Water. Let's buy a couple of grapes, too, while I'm at it. Do I want to go turn in... I guess I could just go buy some wood. Do. You sell wood. I don't know, I'm just gonna buy 10 wood. 10 wood seems like a good amount of wood. Okay, let's go get that offhand for Mishiso. Not Mishizo. Yeah, for Mishizo. Yeah, this will give her way more maximum MP, which will allow her to do more backstabs. That is my strategy. Like, I could get this for Devin McElroy. It doesn't really feel worth it, though. This would be good for Lady Isabella. I'm going to buy one of these for Lady Isabella. The rest of these don't really matter because they're not things that those characters care about doing. See, it'll take her non-existent fire stat to even less existent, but really boost her water a lot, so. I want to go down to the Royal Palace. Step. Okay, I want a shield. Oh. I'll get 2 shields then. And 3 helmets, sir. Royal Guard skills are potentially useful on Sir Lionel. I think I actually want to keep Sir Lionel's current skills, though. You get a shield as well. I'm making you an offhand to boost your water stat even more, so your healing can be even better. Okay, let's go back over to here. Yeah, okay, that doesn't have as many directions in as it should. Yes. It is especially good at boosting water. I want one of these. Thank you. Hey, look at that. A bunch more MP and 3 more water. It's boosting it by 10%. Which is actually pretty good. Have a few pickaxes. She's like actually fully kitted out now. That's cool. I do need to make a status screen that has more information on it. I kind of want to try to fit right in here, like a list of elemental weaknesses and resistances, but it's like, this is what, 8 spots, and there's more types than that, so it just wouldn't fit. What I realistically need to do with this is, I think it was in your game Hunting Swan that you had a next page sort of thing. I need to implement like an actual like next page button thing that has like another page that lists out more, or somehow introduce scrolling to this so that way I can like display more information than what kind of fits here. I'm not quite sure how I want to approach that, but I really need to implement. Yeah, you had like tabs, right? Or somebody had tabs? Somebody's game that I was looking at recently, and I think it must have been yours, because I think yours is the only RPG Maker game that I looked at vaguely recently. Had like tabs on the status screen. I don't know. I really want to be able to get like yeah, like I can switch between characters with page up and page down. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ability to like have additional pages of information. Basically what I'm saying is the status screen is like, okay, this is a good baseline of information, but I also want to have like your evasion numbers and your attack speed and your resistances and stuff here. I could potentially... Yeah, you had a few screens of information. Like, this is kind of like the overview, and I kind of want something that's like more details. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily have parameter bar graphs, but you did have those. Yeah, it's just, this is basically like, I need like a more detailed status screen than what I've got, or I want a more detailed one. And another potential option is I could have the types going down here with things next to them, and it would be tight, and I'd have to drop this like key text about them. I don't know. I like this fine as an overview screen, but I really need like more details. What I can probably do too is I could probably just extend this menu and add another status screen that has more details. Yeah, but either way, I want to add more details to the status screen. Add more details to the status screen. Maybe make a second status screen in the main menu to do that. I kind of like that idea. I kind of like I don't know, have like status overview and like combat details or something. That's like arranged a bit differently and has, I don't know, other things going on. I don't know, let's just fight random stuff. Let's go loose the Chimera. That sounds like fun, right? I'm not sure what else I would necessarily do at this point. I can go inside the thing. Boy, that plate mail is doing work, eh? Backstab it. Target hands. Not that I'm implying chimeras have hands. Good 339 damage hit. Hey, guard is doing work. Ow. Well, I've lowered some of its stats, so that's good. From the shadows is maybe not the worst plan. Cleanse. Oh, that's less than ideal. Alright. That just happened. Hey, I cursed it. Will that matter? Probably not, but I did. Oh man, his strength going down sucks. Backstab. I mean, target hands is not a bad thing to like keep doing to some extent. Let's Harrier Strike that thing, and then let's Inspiring Shout. Or I could just actually, you know what? No, let's Fierce Thrust it, and then shake it off. Yeah, this is probably going to go really badly for me in a moment. During 27 damage, Fierce Thrust is pretty good. Valiant attack. I could shake it off for her. Or just use Cleanse. I think I like Cleanse here. Okay, we did not kill it there. That's bad. Okay. It did not punish that too badly. Fierce Thrust is going to hit it like a freaking truck and a half. Cool, we killed a Chimera. I was not entirely expecting that. Yeah, I don't know. They're still going to continue to get some tweaks, so what can I say? Oh, good. Her fear's worn off. I can go show you the cave at the back of this place. You can eye this buzzkill. Why not? No, I just feel like attacking things, so we're just gonna attack things. These rats are not a big deal, I say, as they poison me. Cleanse. There we go. Let's grab... Oh, I already grabbed that, apparently. Excuse me. There's nothing in here yet. Like, there's no enemy spawns or anything. But I can wander around this cave. It's got all these holes and water in it that, like, blocks your path, so that's fun. / annoying. I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot else for me that I'm wanting to do at this point. At this point, it would just be grinding levels and stuff. I've done the 2 quests I've implemented, one of which is apparently broken. You can see my quest log is empty. I killed a chimera. That was cool. Look at that type effectiveness. It always drops hide, horn, and fang. It's nearly immune to fear. Interesting. Here's a forgotten spirit. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, this is the cave. I don't know. There'll be some stuff back here. I'm planning on having there be a another like quest item that spawns in here as well for some other quests. I think that would be a reasonable idea. Oh, we're fighting some rats. Just end that rat. Rat ended. So yeah, I think that's most of the stuff. I think I'll go ahead and wrap up the stream here, because I don't really have a whole lot more that I want to look at in this, and I kind of want to work on it some more today, so... and like I said, I just kind of prefer to work on it off stream. Does anybody have any questions before I wrap things up, I guess? I'll wait a moment for things to filter through the interwebs. Okay, well, I'm not seeing anything. You can always ask questions on my Discord server. I have a channel for Astral Collision. I know most of the people here are already on my Discord, but I'm linking it again just because. Yeah, so like I said, I think this is where I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to continue to be doing the update videos, and I will, like, playtests aren't, like, gone. They're just going to be less frequent, so I'm not quite sure. Things are a little bit up in the air, so I'm not sure if I'm just going to go to, like, a once-a-month cadence, or if I'm just going to be like, I feel like I've implemented enough stuff that's worth doing a playtest now. But that's kind of the plan, is to kind of go to a less frequent rate of doing playtests, because I really mostly just want to focus on like getting content in But as we've seen here, like, it's very useful to do playtests and like poke around at everything and find bugs and other good stuff. Once I get the starting area reworked, I may look into having just a downloadable of things that people can like poke around with or poke around at in the Discord server as well. We'll see. There's a number of things that I want to fix up with the beginning area before I'd release like. This is like a pre-alpha test, but whatever. But yeah, so that about covers it. I have a Guild Wars stream tomorrow that I'll be doing just for my usual thing with that. And like I said, the update videos will be continuing as per normal. I don't have any reason to change that. And I'll be going into details on some of the stuff that I've done here as well. I do have one question about the quest log. You'll notice that this right panel is not transparent and these other ones are. It's just how this panel object that I'm using works. I could change it to a new one that is translucent there. Do people feel like that's a thing that would be important to do, or does anybody have any thoughts on that? That's something that would be good to have some feedback on. Yeah, like I'm personally okay with it being darker there as well. It is pretty subtle. You can notice it on the screen a little bit more than some other areas where it's darker. But yeah, I'm just at the point in the game where I just want to start implementing content and have more exciting stuff to do in the next playtest other than just run around Kendra collecting bounty slips from killing enemies. Like I said, I feel like the combat stuff is overall in a pretty good spot. So yeah, and I'll always tweet out before I go live with a stream as well. If you don't have notifications on or whatever, or don't notice it or whatever. I'll link my Twitter again. I guess that's all of the stuff I need to wrap up. So thank you all for watching and hanging out. And I do like make mention of stuff that's going on as I'm developing stuff in that Astral Collision channel on my Discord server. But until next time, everyone, thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Hunting Swan. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.